Hello everybody. So I'm Bushra and I'm going to talk about my current project, a little bit about my studio and also my design philosophy. Can you start playing on the studio? So my London studio formed quite naturally, actually, as a dialogue on my multidisciplinary background. So I'm in good company here because everyone else has quite a broad background as well. I started off as a biochemist, and then I worked as a software engineer in the city for many years, and then actually in sustainable fashion for many years. And while I was doing that, I picked up a couple of design degrees through part-time education, addicted to night school, and it all kind of manifested itself as this studio which creates body-centered experiences and artifacts. I'm also a mum of a 3-year-old, and that's given me a further insight into sensorial and brain development. I don't know if there are any parents here, but you kind of find out how they discover the world initially by touch and taste. So in my studio, I'm always experimenting and producing stuff. Sometimes I work on my own, sometimes I work for other companies, but for this project, as you can see on the side, I've worked with quite a big team. An amazing team, electronic engineers, a seamstress, VR sound guy, and a filmmaker. So everybody in the team, we all bring diverse expertise. We all cover each other when we can and we need to, but we all have the same mindset. And this is my design philosophy: to create new thinking, experiment with and embody diversity. And I think the best way to explain this is actually through my recent project, Dark Matter and Dark Energy. All right, we need to, so this experience, it consists of a 360 animation film and a garment which intermittently moves on your body with the film to explain the universe contracting and expanding. So pretty abstract cosmic information. And we decided to create this virtual reality experience about a reality that nobody's got an experience of, because actually no one can contest it. It means we can go crazy with the imagination. So as a fashion designer, I decided to encompass some obvious sci-fi aesthetics, influenced actually by the idea that the universe and reality are mostly things we cannot see. So I chose ripstop, which has an underside of silver. So that's the reality we can see, and as you move, you can get glimpses of it, but actually we're shrouded by the dark matter and dark energy. And I also used paper manipulation onto fabric, because I've recently been working on an interactive book project, and I've been to Japan and went to see Miyake and his retrospective, and he created all these amazing origami dresses. So I was like, I need to explore more of that. And then I thought it was important to customize the headset for a number of reasons. Shall I put it on? Oh, where is it? One, it goes better with the garment. Two, I've never seen the point in the current headset aesthetic, because it's quite dehumanizing, utilitarian, and obviously patriarchal. So it was, it's time for a change. And I wanted to bring theatre to the outfit as well, because sometimes, especially with a piece like this, it is a gallery piece. Waiting in the queue for the experience is longer than the actual VR film. So you become performative and a piece of art. So going back to my design philosophy, clear diversity of disciplines right from the outset, like everybody else today, and actually in these stitches, fashion, embedded tech, accompanying film. But what else? Well, let me just play the movie in the background. So I wanted to look at diversity of senses, which are traditionally treated as different entities by tech and media. And actually, when I've been to VR conferences, sometimes established VR companies are like, but why are you doing haptics? We don't have any cultural reference of haptics. And I'm like, well, everything's haptic, we touch things. It's just, traditionally it hasn't been part of the experience. So here we've got sound, when you have a go on the film, vision, and two types of touch being considered. So the two types of touch is, there's buzzers on here with conductive Velcro, which closes the circuit. And then we've actually hacked a blood pressure machine and put it on the waist, and that inflates and deflates. And all of this is synchronized with the film about dark matter and dark energy. So it's to make you feel like the universe is contracting and getting bigger as well. And it's at different speeds and different intensities. So again, here we've embodied the diverse sensory inputs into a full garment. But you might be thinking, well, where's the new thinking? Have I created any new thinking? There's lots of things like buzz, maybe not pneumatically, but the VR movies, flooding YouTube. What's new about all of this? I think to some extent the aesthetic expression of hiding some of this technology, but also we created this sensitizer. So this is a software tool that allows you to switch on and off the valve of the blood pressure machine, switch on and off the vibration, and increase the intensity according to the film, the music, the film's sound and visuals, so that you can interweave everything together as seamlessly as possible. So this, for us, is the new thinking. We're developing it further to include more sensors and have biofeedback as well, and connecting it to more interactive fabrics. I look forward to using your button, Sophie. Okay, so what's next? I mean, you guys can try on the current version, of course. It's working demo. We've actually got a Bluetooth working demo over there, which is easier to wear. But you can mess around with this as well. And, well, the premise of the next iteration, because I feel like I know a little bit about VR. I actually worked on another project prior to this, which was an electromuscle stimulation armband to do with VR games. And now I know a little bit about filmmaking and dark matter and dark energy. But the next iteration, what I want to do is go completely sci-fi and make a garment and a film of the future, which allows us to teleport ourselves into each other across time and space to different degrees by mutual consent, to create a pure spiritual connection undistorted and untarnished by social constructs. So the garment facilitates and supports the stripping down so we can be emotionally naked with each other. So that's why I called it soulful media rather than social media. And it would be a sci-fi experience, because obviously I'm not going to be making it a teleportation garment, because I haven't been able to harness dark matter yet. So that's coming soon. So in the meantime, yeah, you can try this on, and please, contact me if you want to discuss further.